How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and today we're going to be talking about SOS. I said tonight, because that's when this video is about to drop. But anyways, I got to put in the disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor, and this isn't financial advice. So when you do invest, just know that you're doing it at your own risk. So what we're going to be doing, we're going to be going into the technical analysis, and we're also going to be going down what happened today. What news came out that kind of just, kind of gave us a day that we weren't really expecting, all right? But one of the things that I want to go over is that I've been getting a lot of messages in regards to SOS, and it's part of the reasons why I'm doing this video. And I'm telling you, like I said in the other video, when it comes to this particular play, it's in the Bitcoin, it's in the cryptocurrency space. You got to be able to stomach volatility. It is not going to be steady. It's going to be up and down, and you got to be prepared for that, all right? This stock is not for anyone who might have a weak stomach, all right? You got to be able to stick through it. And also, if you are up, hey, if you want to take profits and that's going to help you feel better, then take profits. You need to do what works for you, all right? So let's get into the technical analysis and we'll talk afterwards. All right, so let's dive into the technical analysis for SOS. I got a numerous amount of messages saying like, hey Dre, how are you feeling about the stock? It was very volatile today. Like, hey, like what's the update? Are you still holding and so forth? So I'm going to get into that right now and answer all of those questions. I'm also going to be talking about the news that came out earlier today as well, because I feel like that's something that we need to take a look at. And we'll also explain some of the action that we saw today. So one of the first things that we need to look at, we actually ended up having a gap down at the beginning of the day. So you can see over here where the cursor is that, hey, we ended up gapping down to around 11.93, and then it went down all the way to 11.47. And this is like the first 45 minutes of open, right? As far as the pre-market. As we go on further, you can see that we literally hit a low of $10.07. This is an extremely hard place to get. Let's just call this $10.38 when it hit this low. That's when the news came out in regards to the offering. Like I said, we'll get into that into more detail later on in the video. But even after this happened, as you could see going into the open, it recovered very, very quickly, even considering the price was at $10. Right? So the fact that it made this strong move all the way up to $12.28, this is good. This is really, really good. And of course, if you notice, every time we do these technical analysis, you'll see in the morning, we'll have like a huge sell-off. It's almost an inevitable thing to happen. Like I say, the first 2 hours at market open, a lot of it is doing with psychological factors. So people are seeing, hey, the stock is running up. They're going to start thinking, hey, I'm going to dump some shares. This is not always the case, but it does happen a lot. So as we can see here, we see from $12.26, and then we go down here to $11.33, right? And then we start dropping off some more. And as you can see here, this particular area, like I said, this is hard to actually catch, but we ended up getting down to 1076, but let's just call that for now. And also, as you can see on the chart, and I hope you guys are seeing it as well, we have some connections here. What do we call that? That's a support area. Hit this particular area on numerous occasions. But anyways, the price where it was at was around 11.01. So as you can look at that line, let's change it up now. We're going to go to the 1 day, 1 minute here. So as we take a look here at the 1 day, 1 minute, let's bring in the chart. We already know that the low in the morning of sessions was at 1081. And the best part about it is when seeing this is that, you know what, we did a fairly good job for most of the day actually not getting back down to this area. We also made us realize that, hey, this would have been a good area if you were considering of having a position. So as you can see here, there's definitely some support here, because as you can see by the price, even you see this little tick there, that's around 1082. And again, that's something that is extremely hard to actually catch. So around this area, around 1087 to 1090s, as you can see, hey, those were good places. Even if we go down and we look here at the RSI, it's around 43, which is pretty good. It's still fairly close to 30, which means, you know what, It's oversold, and you can get some good value there. So as we move forward, going in, as you can see, it's around 1145. We peak up to 1143, which is a good solid move. But then it started going down, 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 down. And what do we have here? That support area, 1105, right? Because look at this. It got into these areas and made moves. It did break by getting down here, but then it revived itself, getting right back up. Ended up breaking again. And again, look at this. Look at this move here. Right now, it's about 105. And look at this move. All the way to 1194. So a strong move from 1091 to 1194. We also got to take into consideration SOS. Like I said, it is in the crypto space. It does move alongside Bitcoin. But at the same time, this is a stock as well. The stock market was not in the greatest of shape today. So we got to take in the variety of those factors into consideration. So anyways, of course, we have a lot of traders who are in this stock as well, and there's going to be a lot of volume. So that's part of the reasons why you're seeing this particular kind of action along with the other factors that I mentioned earlier. So as you can see here, we ended up going down, touching onto VWAP, but we bounced right back up, right? Started retesting again. And what do we call these areas? Just to kind of review with you guys. These are resistance areas. So it's hitting these levels and it's getting slapped back down. So we hit a resistance area of 1192. Hit a quick resistance here at 1181 and kept getting knocked back down. So when you start seeing this particular type of a behavior, considering how the market was, again, a lot of people are not going to be able to stomach the volatility, and they're going to get nervous. So as you can see from when we were here floating in this range of consolidation, so we were hitting this area around 1159, we started going down. And especially as it gets closer towards close, you can see right here, we get down to 1091, which at the end of the day is still not too bad considering that we had a low over here of 1081, which we didn't test over there. So being at 1092, this is okay. Now, you already know, and we've reviewed this many times before, usually for the last 30 minutes, you're going to have some sell-offs, right? Traders are getting out of their positions. Some people are seeing how the market is going. Hey, man, I've seen a red day today, and there was a red day yesterday. Hey, I don't know what's going to happen on Friday. It's known for having sell-offs, right? Again, a lot of this is psychology, understanding what is going on. So we ended up getting down to a low over here of 1062. But look what happens as we go into after hours here. Makes a move back up to 1102, right? And as you can see, the volume starts dying down. We already know that's what happens in pre-market as well as in after hours as well. So it just continued going down, 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 down. And now here we are at 1052. So 1052, 1051, that's a particular area where we're at right now. So as far as for tomorrow, considering what we're going to be giving, right? Because I look at the market, I kind of look at the market as like Mother Nature. So let's call her Mother Market. So if she's not in a good mood, then there's a potential chance we could see a gap down. Where would that gap down be? Again, remember, they did an offering at around 10. So that gap down here at 1050, we could probably see a gap down going into maybe the $10 range. That's very, very possible. Around the next level we could look at here could be around 1026, 1029, right? So now, what could happen if we gap up? So if things end up looking good, hey, what if Bitcoin ends up reaching a high as well, right? Then definitely we're going to see another parabolic move. Like, let's be honest here. Like we see in the stock, it hit the high of 1245. Could it revisit that tomorrow if everything falls in place and everything is going in the direction? Of course it can. We've seen how this can move, and it moves very parabolic. So that's something that I want you guys to keep aware of. As far as like adding more and getting into more positions and stuff on my end, in my personal opinion, we really didn't add much today, to be honest. I think we just added about 15 shares on the dip, and that was about it, right? As far as adding more to the position, it all depends on where the price goes. If I see it go into the single digit area, I'm not going to lie, I'm going to get very, very curious. So that pretty much gives you guys that analysis. Let's talk about what happened. So SOS, here's 8:45 a.m. on Yahoo Finance. So SOS Limited announces pricing of an 86 million registered direct offering price at the market. All right. So SOS, an emerging blockchain-based and big data-driven marketing solution provider, announced today that it has entered into a securities purchase agreement with certain accredited investors to purchase 86 million worth of its American depository shares and warrants in a registered direct offering priced at the market under the NYSE rules, so the New York Stock Exchange. Under the terms of the securities purchase agreement, the company has agreed to sell 8 million, 8.6 million ADS and warrants to purchase 4.3 million of ADS. So again, just to say that, American Depository Shares. The warrants will be exercisable immediately upon the date of issuance and have an exercise price of $10. The warrants will expire 5 years from the date of issuance. The purchase price for one ADS and one corresponding warrant will be $10. The gross proceeds to the company from the registered direct offering are estimated to be $86 million before deducting the placement agent's fees and other estimated offering expenses. The registered direct offering is expected to close on or about February the 22nd. So that's going to be next week. And that's subject to the satisfaction of customary closing conditions. You can tell that I'm really thirsty and stuff. I'm going to drink some water right after this. But anyways, so that shows us, hey, you know, they had that offering. The current price right now at $10.50, considering that offering was priced at market at $10. Again, this is actually at a really good price, right? So, hey, as if you're looking to build out a position or look into this, hey, there's a good chance it might dip a little bit lower, right? And as far as what you should do, I'm going to say it. I'm not a financial advisor, and this isn't financial advice. So when you do invest, just know that you're doing it at your own risk, all right? So again, you got to be able to stomach the volatility. This is in the crypto mining space and so forth. So this is something that you need to understand. Also, a good thing is a registered direct offering is not a bad thing. That is believes that other institutional investors believe, hey, they're putting their money where their mouth is and saying, hey, okay, you know what? You want to do a registered direct offering? We are interested. So the fact that the big money is getting into this stock at the price of $10, they definitely see that this stock is going to be making some moves going forward. We've already seen Mara. We've already seen Riot. We've seen what they have done. Again, this is the type of stock, like I said, you got to be able to stomach the volatility, especially if you're looking for medium to long-term gains. All right? Just want you guys to understand that. Hope you enjoy your evening. As you can see, it's around 9:30 p.m. I got to process this video for you guys, and we'll be talking to you soon, all right? All right, so when I see this direct offering, it really doesn't bother me. The fact that they're going to be using the money to invest in the business so they can get better in regards to their mining capabilities and also, again, the space that they're in and so forth. Like, I really have no doubts about it. They got like a financial institutional investors that are willing and saying, hey, you know what? Yes, we see the value. We want to get a piece of the pie as well. So when I see that and the prices that they're getting is at $10 and the current price right now is in that $10 range right now, hey, that is good value. I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm just letting you know the current price, where it's at, where it was, where it ended, and aftermarket, what we just went over, is not a bad price. And like I said, going forward, we've already seen Mara, we've already seen Riot, we've seen how these stocks have ran up. Like I said, for my position, I'm not touching anything. And that's how I'm going to finish this video off. I'll be talking to you guys tomorrow. Peace.